Alright, let's dive into this, because Owobu's 330 square foot Brooklyn studio isn't just a tiny apartment, it's a masterclass in making the most of what you've got. And honestly, what makes this really interesting is how she's turned a space that's barely bigger than a hotel room into a home that feels lived in. Like, truly lived in, not just Instagram ready, but full of personality and quirks. Personally, I think this is where so many small space tours fall flat. They're either too sterile or too staged. But Owobu's place? It's messy in the best way. It's real. Here's the thing. She's not just surviving in 330 square feet, she's thriving. Take her hosting situation. When her sisters visit, they're basically sleeping 2 feet away from her. And yeah, she jokes about kicking them out after one night, but there's something so relatable about that. It's not about perfection. It's about making it work. What many people don't realize is that living in a small space forces you to get creative with hospitality. You can't just shove guests in a spare room and forget about them. You're right there with them, which honestly can be kind of beautiful. Now, let's talk about her DIY molding. This is where her personality really shines. She wanted the charm of an old building, but also wanted modern amenities. So, she made it happen with peel and stick molding. Genius, right? But what this really suggests is that you don't have to settle for what you're given. You can hack your space to fit your vision. And I love that she didn't just buy something off the shelf. She measured, sketched, and even brought in a TaskRabbit guy to help. It's that blend of resourcefulness and stubbornness that makes her place feel so unique. Another detail I find fascinating is her apartment-café parties. She turns her studio into a coffee shop, complete with pastries and matcha. And she caps it at 3 guests max. Now, this might sound strict, but if you take a step back and think about it, it's actually brilliant. She's prioritizing quality over quantity. She wants everyone to feel comfortable, to have a seat, to actually enjoy themselves. It's not about showing off how many people you can cram into your space, it's about creating an experience. And honestly, that's a lesson we could all take to heart, no matter the size of our homes. What's also striking is her advice on apartment hunting. She says prioritize location over size, and I couldn't agree more. In my opinion, a smaller space in a neighborhood you love will always beat a bigger place in a male location. But here's the kicker. She's not just sacrificing space, she's choosing it. She's got a storage unit for her sentimental stuff, like her prom dress and old journals. And she's done the math. $150 for storage versus $1,000 for a bigger apartment? No contest. This raises a deeper question. How much space do we really need? And what are we willing to give up for it? Finally, let's talk about her move to Toronto. She's leaving this studio she clearly loves to live with her fiancé, and it's bittersweet. But what makes this really interesting is her determination to come back to New York in a few years. It's like she's planting a flag, saying, this city is mine, and I'm not done with it yet. Personally, I think that's such a powerful mindset. It's not about settling, it's about knowing what you want and going after it, even if it means taking a detour. So, here's my closing thought. Owobu's studio isn't just a tiny apartment, it's a manifesto. It's about making bold choices, embracing limitations, and turning them into opportunities. And honestly, that's something we can all apply to our lives, whether we're living in 330 square feet or 3,300. What do you think? Could you thrive in a space this small? Or is it a hard pass? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take.